Hello and welcome to episode 7 of our Imperial campaign. Here we are on the galaxy map. We have secured the space over Anahuac, Mustafar, Silispan, and Utapau, so we have to take the ground battle for all of these, as well as continue to build up our Imperial naval forces and ground forces. Let's go and start off with the Battle of Anahuac. I know for a fact that they don't have anything major here. They have a manufacturing base, which is the Rebels' base for making themselves a lot of credits. So we're going to quickly sweep through here with a bunch of air units, and we'll bring in some ATSTs as well. Should be an easy fight. Shouldn't have any sort of contest against my space unit, or my aerial units, yes. All they have is this manufacturing base, which is what the Rebels make their money from. And some Seraphs as well, which we saw from that probe droid earlier on. And just like that, we have already taken the ground of Anahuac. That was a really fast battle. These TIE Strikers are extremely, extremely strong. I think they might be a little bit overpowered. Here's the thing. Uncontested, they are ridiculously strong. However, the anti-air turrets, like the flat guns are extremely strong. Not the small build pad ones, but the big build pad anti-air units destroy any sort of air unit, whether it's Rebel X-Wings, Z-95s, or TIE Strikers, or any of the Black Suns. Those flat guns destroy air units. Other than that, though, I think the TIE Strikers are a little bit overpowered. I'm going to use them throughout this episode to show y'all what I mean, but they are very, very strong. Alright, we need some credits so that we can get these guys. Definitely want to remove corruption here as well as get a space station here. Ooh, they're taking out my units over at Air Reduce. Okay, we knew this was coming. Let's go ahead and sell off all of you guys. I'll resolve this. We still have space stations over at Zeri and Varaxio Station, so we'll know when they come to attack us. Okay, I want to build a space station on Eridu. We can go ahead and remove the corruption here. Let's get rid of the Alliance Envoy there, and we're building that guy. Perfect. Alright, let's go ahead and engage the ground over Mustafar. Start off with a speeder bike unit. So, my topic for today's video that I wanted to discuss was, in the AOTR Discord as well as my own Discord, we had a long discussion about the strength of Rebel light vehicles versus the strength of Imperial light vehicles. So the big, I say argument, but I don't mean like we were fighting over it. It's just kind of the substitute word for discussion. So the argument was that currently I think that Imperial walkers are a little bit weaker in general versus Rebel light vehicles, not because of their lack of maneuverability. When they walk like this, they are very maneuverable, they act as they should, and that was overall a big weakness of Imperial walkers, is they had mostly Imperial walkers, whether it's AT-ATs, AT-STs, AT-DPs, AT-PTs, anything. They had so many different types of walkers. The walkers aren't great at being able to move erratically. They have to, like, say I have this ATST and I want to turn him around, he has to take a long time in order to turn around. If I wanted him to, this AT-DP to push south here, he gets stuck on all these fighters and all of these walkers. Currently, I think that is the weakness of Imperial walkers in Awakening of the Rebellion. Throughout this whole campaign, you've heard me say it multiple times when my walkers get into what I call traffic jams. They get into traffic jams too much. So if I were to try and push up all of these walkers at the same time, see right there they did a pretty good job at this guy. See how this guy got stuck behind? If you're trying to quickly push up these units to have them support something like my AT-AT, if Veers were to push too far in, and you're having to quickly push up your units, it's a struggle seeing a very valuable walker gets stuck behind. Now, that was a poor example because only one guy got stuck behind, and he didn't get too stuck behind too far. But throughout this campaign, you'll definitely see me say it. I'll definitely mention it because I always call it a traffic jam, which is kind of funny to me. But it's rough seeing that happen. So I think that's currently the weakness, is when you have all of these hover vehicles, like we'll go ahead and bring in our TX-130s, which are our Imperial hover vehicles. They do a really, really good job of being maneuverable. Now, Maxim, when we were discussing it in the AOTR Discord, he showed us kind of a very, very detailed description of exactly how walkers work in this game versus how hover vehicles. So we have our hover vehicles right here. Hover vehicles, as you can see, they take a second to accelerate, right? You saw how they slowed down, but now they're quickly going. So that's one thing that the walkers have over them. When I push this ATST up, it is full acceleration immediately. So yes, these guys have overall much more speed because they can go backwards, they can turn and shoot much more openly. That is one thing that the walkers have over hover vehicles. So overall, I think right now, obviously it is very purposeful to have these walkers be a little bit more unmaneuverable in comparison to hover vehicles. That was a flaw of the Imperial army, is they had too many walkers, and especially if you have too many walkers all in one spot, they tend to get stuck on each other, they tend to not be very maneuverable and such like that. I'm going to go ahead and bring in some aerial reinforcements and some anti-infantry. I'm talking mostly over this battle, so we're not actually focusing too well. But yeah, that was definitely the flaw of the Imperial army, is they had too many walkers, and if you were to bring in too many walkers all in one spot, they had a really poor job and poor time of maneuvering. So, yes, that was a flaw with the Imperial army, but I kind of have a problem with Awakening the Rebellion when they get into those traffic jams. But other than that, we had a really good civil conversation. It was a good conversation. I was just kind of trying to bring it up and see what other people were thinking in the AOTR Discord, as well as my own. My own Discord was a little bit more blunt. They were just kind of saying that Rebel vehicles are pretty powerful in comparison to Imperial light vehicles, which I have a tendency to agree. I do think overall Rebel light vehicles are a little bit better than Imperial versions. I think the ATSTs are a little bit too flimsy. I think ATDPs are also a little bit too flimsy. My problem with that right now is just because pretty much all Rebel units have shield generators, right? They all have shield generators, and they all have different ways to get out of a fight and regen those shield generators. So not only do they have the ability to have more health with these shield generators, but say this guy right here is taking a bunch of damage. Look how fast I can push him out of this fight, and now, because he has shield generators, he can automatically heal on his own with those shield generators. So right now I think that that's probably the biggest argument for why Rebel units are better, is because they are faster, and they typically have shield generators which can be automatically healed. Yeah, enough about that. Let's go ahead and talk about this battle. This is the first time we've brought in TIE Strikers early in this campaign, but it's also the first time we've had TX-130s. So here is the Imperial's hover vehicles. We have our TX-130s, which are a modest upgrade to the Republic's TX-130. As a repulsor tank, these are obviously TX-130Ts. As a repulsor tank, it is highly maneuverable, able to strafe targets as it moves, which allows it to continuously dish out damage. The TX-130T possesses dual laser cannons, dual missile launchers, and a beam cannon. It is highly mobile and a very effective tank destroyer. I can't freaking read, apparently. Let's get our shock troopers in here. Push you further south. I need you guys to start taking out some of these enemy air guys. You go kill that thing. But when it comes to these TIE Strikers, I was talking about how the flat guns are really, really good at taking these guys out. I think these guys are, these anti-aircraft turrets, the small pad ones, they're pretty weak, but I do think they're balanced. I say they're weak because they're not very capable of taking out air units, but you can build so many of them. As you can see, they have a lot of them built. If you were to build a bunch of them, which you can, you see there's a pad here, there's a pad here, there's a pad here, a pad here. There's a million places you can build them. So typically, if I do use anti-aircraft turrets right here, these ones, the smaller ones, I'm going to build more than one. So just because I say that something's weak doesn't mean I think it's overall weak. I think maybe just one unit of them is weak or something like that. Let's see if we can take this thing out. Let's get my TX-130s over here. So let's talk about the TX-130s a little bit more. These are really, really good units. Because we have mostly anti-infantry units, between our ATTPs, our SPMATs, our shock troopers, and even though I've said that ATSTs, regular ATSTs, are mostly anti-infantry, they are definitely anti-light vehicles as well, but they're also really, really good against infantry. Having these guys, these TX-130s, are really, really good at taking out vehicles, especially light vehicles. So now we have a more dedicated unit to taking out vehicles, which is really, really nice. What we really need right now, as you can see, is something to take out enemy vehicles, or enemy air units. So we have options for that, right? We have our ATAAs and then our ATAAMs, which is basically just the upgraded version of ATAAs. Both are really, really good. Both are very, very good anti-air units. I'm going to obviously wait till I got to the ATAAMs. I think I said that in an earlier episode. The ATAAMs have missiles that are really, really effective at taking out air units. They're basically the flat gun missiles. They're really, really strong. Really, really high damage. Really, really good accuracy. And just like that, we have won the Battle of Mustafar. Alright, lovely. Let's go ahead and push them down south to Sulisman. Let's get our outpost. I don't think I built the third mine. No, I did not. Okay. Let's go ahead and kill the Alliance Envoy. How do you all feel about Alliance Envoys so far in this update? Clearly they buffed the heck out of them. I was actually thinking about, right before I got on to record this, I built those 2 Alliance Envoy killers. And I was like, I'm going to type in the Discord and see if the developers have any thoughts about the Alliance Envoys, because clearly they have increased them. We have talked about that before, but I want to see, now that we're a few weeks into the update, see what their opinions on them are. Ooh, check that out. We have 2 shield generators here on Solus 1. This is actually the first time in 2.10 that I've actually seen that. We got something that we can build here. It's a mining facility, that's good. Let's go ahead and get Mr. Veers going. Ooh, we lost an ATST platoon. Let's get some ATDPs, or ATPTs. I keep calling these ATDPs. I'm probably going to do it the entire campaign. Yeah, I think that's good. We'll just have these guys go in. Alright, all of you guys go ahead and push forward. I'm going to push them all the way inside the shield generator. Ooh, we got something here as well. Ooh, it's a droid factory. Alright, we have an abandoned mine facility. We'll get some credits out of that. Currently we have 5,700. It gave us 700 credits. What an odd number. Unless my math is terrible, which it definitely might be. Pretty sure it gave us 700. Ooh, we got some AATs. I like that. That's nice. AATs. In my practice run of the Imperial campaign, the Black Sun invested into IG technology. It was actually really fun because we're going up against a bunch of like Captor carriers, and they all have different. They're all carrying different CIS units and stuff like that. And I'm going up against a bunch of different types of munificence, and it's been really fun to watch that go out. Alright, can you guys push up a little faster than that, please? Look how much damage we're doing. I wonder if these guys have reduced health. So as you can see, the second shield generator, we have the big one here. The smaller one is in a smaller area. And I'm assuming it's protecting a power generator up here, if I had to guess. I wouldn't mind y'all finishing this off, if y'all don't mind. Let's get these speeder bikes, actually. I want to have these speeder bikes push up to here and hopefully capture that point. Let's get those AATs going. Oh. There they are right there. Perfect. Let's get these AATs up here. Alright, and with that we managed to take out. You go ahead and push forward south here. You guys start, let's target these B-25s. B-25s are obviously their anti-vehicle units. Alright, we got another one right here. This walker is a little bit lost. Alright, right here, I'm going to actually... I don't think I'm going to bring anything in. I'm going to go over here and capture this one. Ooh, there's a power generator right there. Interesting. I thought it would be up in that corner. Ooh, I love the sound of AATs, man. They're one of my favorite sounds in all of Star Wars. Just that main gun firing. Such a good sound. Once again, we're struggling taking out this thing. I'm not going to bring in an entire anti-air unit versus one V47, right? Assault speeder. I don't think it's worth it at that point. Taking up a whole slot for one single air speeder, but whenever they have a unit of 3, I'll definitely bring in some air units, some anti-air units. Alright, you guys go ahead and keep pushing south. Vader, or Veers, you can keep pushing south as well. Let's get some ATDP reinforcements down here. Ooh, it looks like we didn't manage to capture this command post. I was hoping we could capture that. I'll bring in some shock troopers down south and have an infantry raid. Alright, perfect. Veers, you're at full health. Go ahead and lead the charge, Mr. Veers. Nice, we haven't lost any tanks at all. Okay, we lost 2 ATPTs, but I'm not too concerned about that. ATPTs are extremely cheap and replaceable. No. No. Oh well. Alright, with that, we are going to go ahead and bring in an artillery unit to fire over this. It's a cool looking turret right there, I like that. Alright, Vader, you keep leading the... or I keep calling him Vader. Veers, you keep leading the charge. What was that? They had a bunker turret. That's not good. Oh, we didn't take out the power generator. Ooh, I wonder if there's one down here. Let's try and take it out if there is. I'm going to bring some TIE Strikers to help out if there is, because we need to kill that thing quickly. Yeah, we need to kill that thing like right now, because it's going to take out Veers if we're not careful. Alright, you guys are suicide units. Go ahead and push up here and see if we can take this thing out quicker. You guys, hurry up and get down south. Same with you two guys. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Speed it up. Oh my gosh, go soldier. There it is, perfect. Alright, bomb this thing into submission. Oh brother, please don't lose Veers. Veers, keep up. I don't know why you turned around, but I like it. I like it, I love it. That is a Colin Cowherd quote of the century. Oh, we took it out. Oh, these TIE Strikers are so good. Alright, all units target this thing. Kill this bunker turret immediately. Alright, so let's get our ATPTs and have them kind of push up forward. Ooh, I saw my artillery strike. Let's go ahead and have you target the main base right here. Perfect. How we doing? We managed to take out that thing. That's good to see. You can target that. We're doing pretty good. I might actually just go ahead and bring in some TIE fighters. I don't see any anti-air units. Can somebody kill that? Nice. Perfect. Looks like the actual fight's almost over. We don't really have much else in this fight. Hey, I don't like those guys shooting at me. Can I get a couple of you guys to come back over here? Alright, the TIE fighters have launched. That's good to see. If we can finish off their base right here, it'll stop their spawning in, which would be nice. Alright, they got a vehicle turret, or a vehicle factory. Veers is still taking some damage. They got a lot of infantry right here. And what we got over here? Not much, because you kill this guy, because he's gonna prevent us from winning. Alright, how we doing? We got a few more infantry units left. Oh, artillery just nailed those dudes. How did we manage to lose both of my TIE fighters? I don't know, but we managed to lose both my TIE fighters. Alright, let's push up 2 of my TX-130s to take out this vehicle construction facility. These 2 ATSTs can also push up. I think the vehicle thing right here, I think this is actually a primary structure that I have to destroy in order to win this battle. Push up the TIE Strikers, they'll kill that thing in one shot. Looks like we got some enemy infantry still alive. What is this? Oh, that's what it was. I was wondering what killed my TIE fighters. Was an anti-air vehicle, or an anti-air turret. Alright, the Battle of Sulisman is complete, and we can push further to the east. I'm going to go ahead and push up my fleet over to Utapau, make sure they don't have anything here. Close to building this space station here. It's kind of that same thing that I have here. I have these two buffer planets. So if I lose the space over Malastare, they have to go to the space of Eridu before they can keep going and pillaging through here. Oh, and with that, the Black Sun actually captured this planet. Check that out. I'm gonna save it real quick because I'm scared of crashes. Crashes are very common in this mod now that Awakening of the Rebellion up. Oh, and we literally just crashed. That's hilarious. The timing of that crash was literally could not have been made up. That was awesome. We crashed literally 2 seconds after I saved it. Alright, like I was saying, the Black Sun actually swept in and took Utapau from them. I'm not mad at that at all. We're gonna have to take, this is gonna be a massive battle right here to retake the to take Utapau, but it's gonna knock out a massive Black Sun force. My goal here is actually going to be to take as much ground as possible. If I can manage to keep them from building a bunch of turrets everywhere since they have so many units, I think it's going to be my plan. Wow, that crash was funny. It would have not have been funny if I said, hold on, I'm going to save it real quick before I crash. And I crashed like right before I saved. Oh, I would have been livid, man. Oh, that would have been funny. Not really. Okay. Let's go ahead and do what I was saying. They have a lot of air units. I don't have any anti-air units, which is funny because I keep talking about I need to build them. I still haven't. Let's get some more shock troopers. What is this, a bunker turret? Yeah. Let's push my TX-130s down to here. They'll be able to take it out from there. Alright. I'm going to use the guard. So right here is the guard mode. Orders the selected units to guard the target object. Guarding units will only pursue enemies to a limited range and then return. So it's pretty good if you have one unit that's just kind of like, if I just want to send my AT-AT all the way up here, I can have these guys guard them. The only problem with it is they follow at a pretty long distance. They don't necessarily get very close to the unit that they're guarding, so quote unquote. But in a pinch, it's actually a really, really underrated mode to put your units in. Utapau is a great map for flyers because they can sit over this abyss or whatever you want to call it. I might have to bring in my aerial units. We have 21,000 credits. Definitely need to spend those on something. I might get Fighter Tech 3. That'd be really useful for us, probably. So right here, you're seeing the strength of these TX-130s. They're able to just cover so much ground really quickly. Let's go ahead and push you guys forward. Beers, you can just kind of sit there and just do your damage. You would think an artillery unit would be pretty solid on this map because they can only go attack you from the front pretty much. But the map is so big and you have to cover so much distance that I don't think the artillery unit would be able to do much. One artillery shell would do some serious damage over here. I just don't think it would be worth trying to pilot my artillery unit all the way up there. You see how slow my infantry are pushing up. Man, my artillery units would be even slower. Love the TX-130s. They look really, really cool. They're always so much fun to play in Battlefront 2. They got a bunch of Skyhoppers. Let's go ahead and push you guys out. I don't have any more of you, so if I lose you, you are permanently dead for right now. Let's keep pushing up our ATPTs. You go ahead and kill this thing. Let's wait for my slow ASF ground units to push up. I wish the... Oh, you know what would be really nice? I'm about to describe a certain unit perfectly. I wish there was a size in between an ATST and an AT-AT. I really wish there was some sort of unit. And I love how I'm describing an ATTE perfectly. But if there was a unit that was like the size of an ATST and the size of an AT-AT, like right in the middle of those two sizes, it'd be really, really useful. Alright, I don't need you guys suiciding in. Now that you're already in there, just start trying to kill as much stuff. Let's get you guys pushing up, because, like I said, my ATDPs are just suiciding in. Let's get some air units to try and counter out their air units. Right, we're probably gonna lose. Yeah, okay, we already lost one platoon of ATPTs. Let's get my air units to go ahead and push up. I thought they would have a lot more in this battle, but it doesn't look like they actually have all that many units. These shock troopers are good against anti-air because they shoot so many weapons. I can't remember if I've said this or not in this campaign yet, but they shoot a lot of weapons. And yes, they don't do a lot of damage, but because there's so many of them, they actually do a decent amount of damage. I might have said that already in this campaign. Alright, and with that, this battle has been won. Ooh, that's a good looking shot right there. That might be a screenshot. I mean, that might be a thumbnail. Ooh, let me... It's so funny when you're watching YouTubers and they're like, ooh, I'm gonna make that the thumbnail. It's funny. It's funny for me, at least. I don't... It might not be funny for y'all. You're like, eh, it's not that funny. Alright, let's finish off these air units. Please don't kill my commander. He's valuable to me. You can always bring in some Gazantes. They might, yeah, they do some serious damage. Ooh, yeah, they do really good. Alright, they have 2 units left. They got some elite Black Sun Elite Sergeant. Oop, not anymore. Not so elite now. Alright, and with that, we have taken the ground of Utapau. We did lose that ATPT. I don't think we lost the other one now. Yeah, it definitely looks like we did. Oh well. Alright, let's get a space station here, and with that we have 3 mines that we can build here, so Utapau is going to be making us some credits. Hopefully we'll get back over to that 15,000 mark. We went ahead and built that. I think I did that off camera. I do a little bit in between off camera. I don't like advance time, but I'll pause it and make sure that I have, mostly just make sure that I have corruption removed, which clearly I don't spend too much time because they are corrupting our planet over here. Alright, I said I wanted to get that. That would be really nice, so we can go ahead and get raiders. The balance of a couple of raiders and a couple of lancers sitting in the middle of your fleet is really, really effective. I said I was building the space station. Yeah, I was going to build that space station. I'm going to head and attack Order Platonia. I was about to say Utapau. Let's go ahead and attack Order Platonia. See what happens. I don't think I have a Pathfinder unit. Somebody just advanced their tech level. Oh no, they're attacking Carita. Alright, it looks like the next rebel assault is going to be happening. I'm going to auto-resolve that, that's fine. Alright. Ooh, they have a massive fleet here. 4 capital ships. A lot of bombers. Not much else. They only have a space station here. We'll be able to quickly destroy this. And then I'll probably go ahead and retreat all of my units back to the core worlds because they're going to be taking a couple of my planets before they get there. Yeah, we didn't have anybody in the Pathfinder spot. That's okay. Alright, now that we have managed to take the rebel planets down south, what do we have here? My next goal is to replenish my navy and my army. We have a lot of army units building, so we just got to send them up and group them all together and continue to build some more advanced army units once we get our light vehicles tech 3. And then the other goal that I have is to build some ISD-2s and an Interdictor Star Destroyer. We have like 2 or so minutes left before that technology is complete, so once that is complete we will definitely get an Interdictor Star Destroyer as well as some ISD-2s. Right there we told our guys to go through the asteroid field, so they took a bunch of damage. That's another great feature of this mod. Alright, and with that, the Black Sun Retreat Hyperspace Jump. They're just going to skedaddle on out of there. That's the professional technological terminology, if you didn't know. Skedaddle on out. And with that, we will take the ground of Order Platonia. Yeah, I'm down to take the ground of this planet. Let's go ahead and take the ground of this planet. I think this space tech right here that I was looking at is the one that we need to build ISD-2s. I think that's our warship Tech 3. Okay, they have fighters once again. They got some Skyhoppers. I don't know where the base is on this planet at all. Is it up north here or is it over here? Give me one of you guys. Come back over here and capture this. Looks like it's up here if they're going all the way over there. Alright, you guys go ahead and start pushing up here. Looks like they have some ground units here, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, they have... Okay, excuse me, there's their base. Dying over here. I drank all my water when I was... If you ever hear me go silent for like 5 seconds, it's most likely because I'm drinking water. Alright, we have taken this thing. Oh wow, look at that small landing pad. Alright, so we're gonna need Veers and infantry and artillery and TX-130s. And then once I feel comfortable, we'll probably bring in air units. I need to build some anti-vehicle, anti-armor, anti-vehicle, whatever you want to call them, ground troops, or infantry units. I think that's going to be our next goal. Where'd that speeder bike that I had go? Alright, they got some infantry pushing up, as well as some vehicles. Ooh, artillery's already firing. Artillery just took out all of those infantry units. Good, good, good. Alright, vehicle or infantry. Calling them everything but the right thing. You guys go ahead and push up. E-webs, I freaking love you. E-webs, my favorite thing. Look at those E-webs, man. Roger. Carrying those massive guns on their shoulders. Look how he's like crouched down, like it's so heavy that he can't even run. It's like look at how he's running. It looks like he's running as if he's about to drop it. You know exactly what I'm talking about. How you start like I can't carry it anymore. You start like falling over as you carry it. Oh, that's funny. All right, so they are destroying us. Can you not turn around weirdly? Everybody get into cover. Let's get some anti-vehicle turrets going. Let's get some more vehicles. I lost. Oh no, I lost my TX-130s. Oh, there they are right there. Dang it, I know I lost something. Alright, whatever. Not a big deal. We'll just build some more. Welcome to the Empire. If you lose something, guess what? Build some more. Alright. They got a lot of vehicles. Let's maybe try and bring in some AT-DPs to help out. Ooh, this artillery unit can hit all the way back here? Oh my goodness, what a shot and a half. Target this infantry squad. Alright, we're bringing in some vehicles. My anti-vehicle turrets have also been built. That's ideal. I don't know why my infantry keep pushing forward. Where'd my E-webs go? I think I suicided my E-webs, unfortunately. It's a sad, sad day. My favorite unit has been destroyed. My goal in this whole campaign is to never lose the Stormtrooper platoon. I'm not bringing them in this fight because I have a specific goal that I need them for later on. But I'm going to try and keep those guys alive for this whole campaign. That's the goal. Not conquer the galaxy, but rather keep those soldiers alive. Alright, we're getting our butts kicked in this fight. We are losing way too much stuff. Time to bring in the air units. Oh man, they are destroying everything. Are you in range yet? Does not look like it. Well, we got our bombing run coming soon. One bombing run, we're going to annihilate everything. Right. It's taking too long for my typewriters to get here. Y'all go ahead and do something. TIEs go ahead and launch. They had a really good formation this battle. They kept everything clumped up and stuff. Oh, look who finally decided to get in range of this thing. Like I've said 100 times in this campaign, it's really, really important to take out these outposts because they just keep on spawning in unit after unit after unit. So it's hardly worth destroying any of these units before you take this thing out, unless you're playing the long run. But we pushed up too quickly to play the long run. And the Empire is not really built to play the long run. They don't have units that survive really well. Man, we lost all of my infantry in this battle too. This was a costly battle. I should not have attacked this planet. I should have just held at Utapau and waited to attack the Black Sun for a little while. Alright, they got 2 more units, and then we are going to have to push my units back up north towards Core Lag. Alright, that's okay. We're about to replenish my ground forces anyways. We have 21,000 credits. We'll go ahead and... yeah, we lost 3 of these, 1 of these, 1 of these, and 1 of these. They didn't even have that much here. I don't know why I managed to lose so much. Ooh, we can build mines on this planet. That makes it a little bit worth it. Alright, let's go ahead and group you guys forward. Let's make sure that we have a Pathfinder unit.
Corruption has been removed.
And I'm going to go ahead and push out my fleet to Chandrilla. Hopefully... oh man, and they're attacking us here. Another massive fleet. A lot of fighters right here. We managed to get 1 of them. Hopefully they don't attack this planet. There's no real reason for them to. I'll just hold my ground forces here. I have a bad habit of pushing my units too quickly off these planets, so they take them. Alright, sell that, auto-resolve that. Managed to take out a T-47. Here's the anti-air units I was talking about, these guys right here. I think this is the ground tech I need to get them going. Alright, we also have some heroes being built here at Coruscant. Let's go and get those guys up here. Let's go and just buy... oh, I don't want to buy those. Hold on, sorry. Oh, wait. Wait, what's costing us credits? Oh, we built those mines. Ooh, 15,000 on the dot? Okay. I guess I will go ahead and buy Tech 3. That's going to build an Encore mine. We're going to buy Tech 3 of our fighter technology. We are 63% of the way done with our light vehicles, and we're basically just waiting for my fleet to get up north. They have 2 massive rebel fleets that we're going to have to take out, and we don't have too much room for mistakes here. And they are corrupting my planet once again. They just keep on corrupting us. Oh my goodness. Another fleet is attacking Core Lag. Let's go and auto-resolve that. Managed to take out CR90. That's good to see. That is another completely separate fleet. They have 3 rebel fleets coming in out of nowhere and attacking us. Not nice. I'm going to save it before we crash. And look at that. We managed to not crash after I said that. Alright, we have 12,000 credits. We need to keep on building up more space units. We clearly see that we have a need for space units. Really, really want to get one of these interdictor Star Destroyers, and then we're going to start building up some IST-2s. 45 seconds, we will have the technology that we require. Oh, my fleet got cut off here. Okay. This is going to be a good fight right here. Big battle right here. Space battle at Cato Nemoidia. Cliffs, rock arches, bridge cities. This is our high income planet. We definitely want to keep this. It's like 400 credits or so, which isn't a lot, but without building mines, it's not a bad amount for not building mines. Alright, Mr. Lancer, we're going to go ahead and push you guys forward. I've really been keeping watch of the Lancers versus Raiders argument, right? The 2 anti-fighter units for the Empire. I've been keeping a very close watch of which I think has been stronger, and I really don't think there's a clear argument for one or the other why you should have one other over the other. I think, to be honest, I still think it's best to have 2 of each, or 1 of each on the battlefield. Alright, let's make sure that we have the rest of these guys. Go ahead and push in our Corellian battle cruiser as well. We'll go ahead and get our 2nd Lancer over here. And we'll bring in her as well. The agent. Alright, you guys make sure that these fighters die off, please. Alright, they have a bunch of fighter squadrons here. And a few capital ships. Okay. You and you are going to be my group 3. Your goal is to kill this MC-80.
As you wish, my lord.
You guys are going to be my group 2. Your goal is to kill the Venator class Liberation.
Provide cover as necessary.
And then I need to take a second and gather up all of my fighters. Go ahead and make you guys group 1. You guys go ahead and take out their fighters.
It is about time.
And we'll just leave whatever fighters that spawn in from here just to have them naturally kill different things. Alright, you're in range as well.
Time for a little surprise.
Let's go ahead and have them both retarget the hole. Once again, I'm going to have them all fire at will. Admiral Oswald, you are a terrible, terrible admiral. Just pushing in there like that. This is why you die, sir. We've said this before, we'll say it again. This is why, once we get done with these 3 massive fleets from the Rebellion, if you manage to survive those battles, you are going to get a good little force choking from Mr. Vader here. Alright, your goal has been discovered. Kill off these bolt cruisers and such. Why the heck are you so far forward, sir? I'm going to lose this Lancer. I accidentally made him a group and pushed him forward. That was an accident. There goes 2,000 credits. Or however much those things are. However much those things cost me. Oh, and it got destroyed. Okay. Let's get in a Nebulon B2 here. And hope that its anti-fighter weapons can help take out some of these bombers. They still have so many bombers. Alright. You go ahead and target the MC-75. Alright, good. We managed to kill that. Let's go ahead and have you target the Dreadnought. You can go ahead and target the Dreadnought. You keep focusing your fire on this bolt cruiser in the back. They have 2 heroes here. They have Avion and Juno Eclipse. And they got a lot of fighters still. They have a bunch of fighters over here. I need these Lancers to keep on firing. This is a pretty map. I like this map. I don't really like it from this angle because the planet, I don't think it's the prettiest, but from this angle, as always, it is beautiful. And the Liberation has been destroyed. It just got absolutely exploded. Alright, you go ahead and keep pushing out. I don't know where you're going, but... Oh crap, they're retreating. The engines have already been destroyed. Let's just have everybody target this thing's engines. This wasn't a bad fight. We only lost one Raider, or one Lancer, excuse me. Not a huge deal losing that guy. I'm not too worried about that. But we managed to take out 2 capital ships, 2 cruisers, and a ton of fighters. So you did your job before you died, at least. And 40 seconds still before we get to that. How do I feel about taking out these guys? I feel pretty good. Let's go ahead and attack them before they... let's go ahead and pick up this Gladiator right here. Oh, man. I was hoping to get here before they attack the ground here. Not too bad. We managed to take out 2 of those guys. That's not terrible. Are my ground forces ready to go? They are. Let's go ahead and push up my ground forces. And we have 26,000 credits, but still don't have the technology I want to build these AT, or these, I don't know why I call these ATs, these ISD-2s right here. And we got a mission. Inquisitor training. That's not what I want right now. The Emperor demands Lord Vader to withdraw from the front lines and come to Coruscant. There he shall train and sort out the new Inquisitor recruits. I really, really want these Inquisitors, but I need Vader right now. Oh man, that is unfortunate. I'm going to do something... I could go and attack Hoth, but I need him for both of those battles of Hoth, the ground and the space, and I need him for the mission after that, so I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. You got Bill. Let's go and push you up top there. Alright, I have 26,000 credits. 10 seconds before that, we'll get another payday. Let's go ahead and fast forward to the next week. See if the rebels do anything else. Alright, so we got paid. We have advanced our technology as well. Let's go and get our interdictor going. And we can also get our first ISD-2 going as well. And we're going to need both of those. From here, let's go ahead and group up our ground forces. We probably should have done that instead of just regularly fast forwarding.
Right away.
Is fast forwarding a word? It's probably not a word. I also lost a lot of ATPTs in that last fight. Let's go and keep rebuilding these guys. Alright, we're waiting on our ground forces to group up, and from here we'll probably just attack the Cato Nemoria space. I want to save once again, because if I'm going to be sitting in this galaxy map, I don't want to crash to take me back to a battle a long time ago. So here is our updated ground force. We have some AT-STRs finally back in the fight. We have another TIE Striker unit. We have Heggett here, who captains an A6 Juggernaut. We have some AT-RTs commanded by Commander Tashkin. And we have Lieutenant Talk, an LAAT gunship commander. And I'm going to build a couple of Vindicators, which are really, really good at long-range turbo laser fire. And here is the rest of our ground force. What do I feel like I need? I need some TX-130s. That's what I need. That is not a TX-130. That is a TX-130. We also need some infantry. We lost all of our infantry in that last fight. So it looks like this is going to be a vehicle-led fight. At some point, I'm going to build a lot of infantry and a lot of infantry carriers, whether it's the ITTs or other infantry carriers. So don't worry, I'm not just going to use vehicles for the rest of this campaign, nor do I advise it. I actually advise not only building vehicles, whichever your faction you're playing. Don't underestimate the power of infantry. Infantry are very, very strong in this game, and they're typically much cheaper and have a much higher survivability rate overall. So here is my favorite ground vehicle in all of Star Wars, the AT-RTs. Absolutely love these guys. And once again, they have space units, or air units, so I don't have any way of killing those guys off. Look at how fast these guys are and how good they are against infantry. Just absolutely kicking these infantry butt. Alright, let's go ahead and make sure that we take out these guys as well. They're a little bit, these AT-RTs are a little bit better than the AT-PTs, but you can only build so many of them. Alright, let's go ahead and have everybody push up to here. Let's get some... I'm going to bring in Vader in this fight. I haven't brought him in a while. Let's go ahead and get some... Oh crap, I did not mean to bring in these speeder bikes since I brought in Vader.
Lord Vader has landed. On my way.
Let's get some AT-STRs.
Reinforcements canceled.
And I might just sit on it. Might just sit on the rest of my units for now. Vader's survivability rate's so high. Oh wow, my AT-RTs can capture points, I think. Unless for some reason it was my AT-DPs, which I don't think it was. Let's see if it was or not. No, it wasn't. Now the B1s are capturing it, of course, but... That's interesting to see. So these AT-RTs actually do have a massive role. I wonder if they did that on purpose, the developers. That's actually a really smart thing to do. Make it to where these guys are actually worth keeping alive. Now I want to make sure you guys don't die. You guys kind of push a little bit farther back. We don't care about these B1s at all. Let's push these guys forward. Alright, with that we have built a... Oh my goodness. We have built in a sensor pad, sensor node right here. We see that they have a massive amount of units here. Beers, I need to keep you alive, but also push you forward. You're going to be my main killer of their base. I want to kill that base so they can kind of not spawn in too many more units. Let's see. Oh, an A6 Juggernaut would not be bad right here in this fight. We gotta worry about this stupid tree-looking thing right here. Getting in my way of my vision. Alright, AT-PTs, you guys push forward. Okay, you need to keep going forward. AT-STRs. I love how you can see actually the AT-STRs have those missile launchers on the side there. It's a great looking unit right there. Let's push you over here and see what happens. Let's get these ATSDRs up here.
Scouting area.
Where is my
Orders.
little beetle-looking tank?
Moving to position.
Alright, once you get in range of that, go ahead and fire at it. That works for me. You can go ahead and push up towards that thing as well. My ATSDRs are finally arriving. These guys are going to be our vehicle killers, and as you can see, they're doing a great job already. This is actually a T3H hover tank. We need to make sure we kill this thing off. Alright, the ATSDRs are doing okay. These guys have a little bit heavier armor, but from there they actually did pretty good. So now that we're advancing in our ground technology, it looks like the rebels are as well, because they're having some slightly stronger units be brought into some of these battles. I'm not 100% sure if T3Hs require technology, but they are definitely a more advanced unit. Can we get my... I brought in all of you guys for probably no reason. Alright, Veer's managed to take that out. This guy is doing decent over here. Juggernauts are really cool. I don't think they fit the Empire very well. I think they're more of a Republic unit. They're obviously phased out in the Empire. They're used, I guess, pretty sparsely throughout the Empire. But I feel like they're definitely probably used more in the Empire than ATTEs are. But they definitely fit the Republic's roles a little bit better than the Empire's, in my opinion. Alright, I figured they were going to do that. They're going to retreat these guys. Managed to kill most of their units over here at Cato and the Mordia. Just couldn't put you guys into space. So that was pretty good. Our updated space or ground forces actually managed to do pretty good in that fight. And with the retaking of Cato and the Mordia, we're going to head and end this episode here. In the next episode, we are finally going to have the massive battle at Hoth and continue through the missions of episode 5.